Yeah, it's another one of them times. What it do, world? Question: what do you do it for? Like, let me go ahead on like this wake and bake. But like, what do you do? What you do? Why do you do it? What do you do it for? Ash, you know, in life we do a lot for the progression, to make progress. You know what I'm saying? And what we see as our vision. And at the end of the day, you gotta ask yourself, what are you doing it for? Like, what's your why? You know what I'm saying? Why do you get up every day? Why do you make it to work on time? Why do you keep your record clean? Why do you go to jail? Why do you fuck up? You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language, but I like to speak freely when I'm just this free form thought. This is not, I don't have nothing written down or nothing like that. But when you think about these things, the whys, my whys, like my children, generational wealth, a mindset to come up from where I'm from and continue to add on to what the family's already set aside for the family. What's another why reason? And I think this is the main reason why I continue to do what I do, because I take an unorthodox approach. I know everybody goes to school for a lot of stuff and they like to go pay for these mentors and, pay for these classes so they can get it right the first time and just be direct winning. You know what I'm saying? They just want that instant win. There's no failure. There's no trial and error. It's just a simple win. And although that might be nice for a lot of people, it's just not my preferred method. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I got the right method in none of this. I'm just saying that my method is my method for my reasons. Damn, that branch fell. We got a whole lot of wood back here. But, my reasons are my reasons. So when taking that into consideration and thinking about taking that unorthodox path and, you know what I'm saying, making progress, making leeway over time versus the instant win, you often learn that you can create, I want to say systems, but then again, I don't want to say systems because it's not really a system. But you could just create avenues and routes to work through certain obstacles that other people would be held back trying to work through because they have a system that they follow. Like they have a set way of this occurring. And if anything goes outside of that algorithm or what is it called? The process of operation. If anything goes outside that process of operation, then it's like everything is a mess. They can't operate. So, and part of being innovative, that's been a key word since about 2017. Innovative. Everybody wants to be innovative. Innovation. How do we do stuff that normally is done a certain type of way? How do we find another way to do it that's more cost efficient per se? You know what I'm saying? We'll use that. We'll use cost efficient. So a person like me that I take part in the hack culture. You know what I'm saying? I don't speak on a lot of stuff because if people knew the depths of that hack culture from everyone's perspective, because some people do put out information for free, but they know the processes that it takes to achieve certain success with whatever they put out. So realize that, with the hack culture, some of these hacks work for people, some of them don't. And that's why certain people will share their measures in depth, because they know that you're not really going to accomplish it unless you buy their lessons or you buy their guide, their course, whatever. So, that's wise because the game is to be sold, not told. I know. But it sound good. It sound like they really giving you some meat. You know what I'm saying? But How many times have you applied that, what they said, and it not worked for you? You know what I'm saying? How many times have you applied what they said? Boy, I'll be back. How many times have you applied what they said, and it just be like, damn, it's not working for me. So you give up. You don't want to do it no more. And I be like, I'm still gonna try. You know what I'm saying? I like to apply the science, cause maybe what I applied it on, like say if I'm trying to promote one of my songs, and I try to apply this certain tactic and it doesn't work for me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that was the wrong type of song. Maybe that was the wrong sound. You know, this is part of knowing your demographic. So when you use certain hacks, you have to use certain content that connects to a certain demographic. You know? And then people don't realize that a lot of the time, unless you're like already an established figure or entity, or you already have a following and stuff like that, you will have to pay for these marketing and promotion platforms, because a lot of the time your content is just in the mix with everybody else. It's a whole sea of content creators, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta find a way to stand out. And if you follow a system that everyone else follows, how will you stand out? Yeah, I know it works. Yeah, I know there's certain things that if you do it exactly like everybody else does it, it will work for you as well. But a lot of the time in this independent music scene, that does not work. Maybe in the mainstream, following certain things like these other artists and all that works, but in the independent scene, it does not work. Why? Because it's oversaturated. There's too many independent artists doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So the few that do stand out, or that have their own different type of network, different type of way to connect with the people, different type of way to maximize on their following, they have their own niche, or they have their own thing about them, their own. It's like a personal essence. You know what I'm saying? And that makes them stand out above everybody else in their sector, in their section. So one of the things that I've noticed over the time of doing this independently is that by filing my songs a certain way, and by making sure that they reach certain platforms, it's like I'm getting different type of royalties. I know everybody talks about what is it? CD Baby and Distro Kid, they make sure we get all of our, in TuneCorn, they make sure we get all of our royalties. We got all of our royalties. And so, like, I got collaborations out with people right now, and it's like, well, bro, if they're giving you all of your royalties and we did a song split, why don't I see any of this? You know what I'm saying? But like the way that I go about doing this stuff, everything that I put out, I see it. I see where like the stats come back, they tell me what platform is streamed. They send me the thing to let me know, hey, yo, this song been on this platform. We're gonna go ahead on and cut the regular royalty rate, you know what I'm saying, the statutory rates and all that stuff. So it's like, I'm seeing this paperwork. I'm reading this stuff, you know what I'm saying? And as a royalty consultant, I be wanting to tell a lot of people about this stuff and discuss it on the platform. Not necessarily publicly, but just on a platform with like minds that are going through the same things, or going through the same issues. Just for the simple fact that I spoke with someone at one of these agencies, I won't mention the name out of respect of the game, but I spoke with one of these representatives, and the lady told me, this is a couple years ago, by the way, but the lady told me that they don't really know because everybody handles a certain section, a certain sector for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's why if I go and talk BMI type of processing and paperwork with someone at, say, Sound Exchange, they're not really gonna be able to help me. They're gonna refer me to BMI. If I go to talk with somebody at Harry Fox about my YouTube royalties that I have a contract through with Music Reports, they're gonna tell me I have to go talk with music reports because they're not, it's like they don't handle that. That's not their sector. That's not their section. So what I've gathered from a lot of this stuff over the time is that a person in my shoes, that I have eyes on different sectors, and I'm trying to connect the dots best that I can to maximize not only my intellectual properties, but I'm also aiming to create some type of connection where others can also benefit, Let me take these off because these mugs keep falling down my nose. I need to go ahead on and just grab the contacts or just get a new pair of frames, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get my other frames fixed. I broke my gold frames, y'all. That's why y'all ain't been seeing me in them. And I know this shit might be boring to a lot of people, but when you talking about this type of topic, it is dry, it is boring because it's paperwork. We talking about shit that you really can't see unless you're actually doing it, unless you're actually in it. I hope I don't got no sleep in my eyes, y'all. I forgot if I washed my face this morning or not. But shit, I just got up. I had to get up and go, but you know what I'm saying? Every day's like that. So, back to topic. So, if we're out here trying to create content and put it out, a lot of people want to, what's the goal? To get attention, to get views. Every content creator, if you creating content, your purpose, your intention is to get views, to have other people see it. It's part of finding your tribe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm using that selfie stick again today, just because. But, so one thing that I've noticed is that I've seen my music on these platforms like TikTok, like Facebook, Instagram, like when you go into your stories or whatever and you go to edit and you can add music. So I've seen my music in these lists. And I'm letting y'all artists know this because the fact that I know many of y'all just wondering, well, how do you, whatever. Y'all have questions. And no one really wants to ask because a lot of motherfuckers out here lying about how to get the shit done and about what's real. You know what I'm saying? So just try it. Just if you got music distributed, like my homeboy, I'm gonna do some name dropping real quick. Like my homeboy one time, Uno, Jesse Singleton. He got some music that's out, that's on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? And think about this as an artist. If you have music that's on these platforms and people like your music, think about what it does when you get back onto the royalty side, so that way you can start to make content creation your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say be famous, and I don't want to say, oh yeah, I'm a rapper. That's cool and all if that's your goal. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about generational wealth. I'm talking about aligning yourself to be in position, so that way your family's straight, your seeds are straight, if that's something that you want in your life. Because I know a lot of people, they don't want kids. They don't want nothing to do with no children. They like, fuck marriage. You know what I'm saying? But this for the people that's trying to grow their pocket. I'm gonna put it that way, okay? If you're trying to grow your pocket and you have music distributed on these platforms and you're seeing your royalties, because this is the thing at the end of the day. Yeah, you can go ahead on and make a story, add your music to it, but if you're not getting paid for it, you're doing it in vain. You know what I'm saying? It's like you paid to go to the studio, you paid the whatever device that you use to upload your content, you pay your monthly bill. So why not get paid for the content that you create that entertains others? Because at the end of the day, everybody got these devices to sit there and be entertained by some form of content. So if you don't know how to do distribution, get your items distributed to these major platforms, if you don't know how to do royalties and see some type of check or ends coming in, if you've been doing this for years and you've been following all these type of people that say they got the key and it's still not working for you, you should holler at me. I'm telling you, just holler at me. I'm trying to expand this beyond music now. I want to get into film. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate Hollywood South. I appreciate everything that I learned from the directors, the PAs, the other actors and actresses that be on set, the sound people, everybody. Like this is the thing. When I talk about being alone, and I talk about like, hey yo, one deep, I'm riding solo. Every day you see me, I'm solo. I'm by myself. Real talk, I be by myself. But at the same time, I be with my daughter. I be with my dog. I be with my kinfolk that be out here in the neighborhood. I be with my friends out there in the streets and the people that know me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm alone, but I'm not alone. But when it comes to trying to promote and push this music shit, I'm very much alone. Or at least I was, because I've had a lot of people reach out this year, 2020, and it's like really amazing, and the results have been phenomenal. So I must be doing something right in the long run, in the grand scheme. Let me hold this stick right. I had to, I still ain't even lit my little other stick, but I'm holding the selfie stick. But yeah, let me take the time to light this real quick. After I wake and bake, I got you. So look, and I'm not trying to, I don't even know. I'm just sharing with y'all, you know what I'm saying? I ain't lecturing nobody, I ain't saying y'all got it wrong or nothing, but I'm just saying if your shit is not working the way you envision it to work, then maybe you should holler at me, because I'm very innovative. This some sticky ass weed, that's why I don't need much, it's just me anyway. So yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people be like, oh, you're so unprofessional. Bro, I'm independent. You know what I'm saying? I don't depend on no government assistance. I get it out the mud off of my work. My grind puts money in my pocket, and I get it for myself. Because that's what I got to do at the end of the day. I'm trying to help other people get it and build a network, build something. But a lot of people don't want to build on that because they don't see it the same way. And that's cool, because time is going to prove and y'all going to see what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So with me doing this, publishing, and me creating minute content in the past, basically I've learned how to get my stuff, official on a lot of these other little platforms, and putting myself in the algorithm in my own way is proving to be successful. It's proving to get the plays up. It's an organic reach. I'm not talking about pay to play and all that stuff. I'm talking about real organic reach. That's why the royalties are coming back, and that's why things are like, I'm speaking now. You know what I'm saying? I was speaking ahead of myself back in 2017 when I was speaking on stuff, because I saw the vision, but I wasn't there in reality. But I believe in speaking stuff into existence a lot of the time as well. So after speaking it into existence and just sitting back and learning and taking myself out of society, taking myself out of the circle of friends that go to the club and get drunk and all that stuff, because I don't really even drink. I be getting sick when I drink now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really don't drink no more. But taking myself out of that element and sitting down to read and you know what I'm saying? Like really just reading as shit. Reading take you far. You know what I'm saying? Like out of everything, reading has propelled my vision, or like the focus on where I wanted to take things. You know what I'm saying? And it's enhanced it in a way that I wouldn't have thought if I didn't begin to read first and then started watching videos as I was applying certain things that I was learning, as I was applying certain things that I was coming into, as I was applying things that were coming into my experience. You know what I'm saying? So after applying certain tactics, like adding my song into a short story, or you know, doing press releases, or figuring out that paying for promotion is the way to go because no one promotes your stuff for free. And you know, gatekeepers are real, you know what I'm saying? People hold access and maintain access to things, and you have to pay to play. Like, real talk, you really do have to pay to play. The grassroots thing, if you ain't noticed, is kind of really dead because, yeah, you might get a lot of likes, but no one's spinning your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be looking at the analytics for a lot of this stuff because I see all the likes on social media, but then I go and look at the plays on the other end, and I be like, oh, damn, the conversion rates are low. So getting assistance with conversions has helped tremendously. You know what I'm saying? Content creators and social media influencers and people of that nature help tremendously. You know what I'm saying? Tagging friends and in a post, that shit don't do nothing, really. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of likes, it's gonna look good, but in reality, what is it doing for you? Like, if we stop lying to ourselves a lot, then we could actually grow. So if I tag 47 friends in a post and everyone likes it, but no one clicks on the actual link to go listen to the content, what am I really getting hype about? That people show that they're gonna show me fake love? You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. So when thinking about that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead on and take my own approach to this. You know, another way is doing commercials. If you haven't thought about it yet, I'm just gonna speak on it. I'm gonna put out some free game. Doing commercials for small business owners, especially in this time of coronavirus, and you have your music distribution set up, and you have these royalties set up, it will take you far. You know what I'm saying? Background music. Cause that dead air shit, dead as fuck. You know you don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead on and add my music to the background of this video because I know that in the essence of it, as I get views for this video content, the music that accompanies in the background will also bring another form of royalty. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is if you have everything aligned properly, this is the type of stuff that will happen. And I guarantee that. So I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna see if I'm gonna apply what I just said to this video, and I'm gonna see if it works for myself. And then when I see that it works for myself, I'm gonna keep doing it because I see the other stuff that's working on the stories and on, you know, other content and stuff like that. And then I understand that a lot of these video content creators, they go searching for, look at these motherfuckers playing back there in the background. A lot of these content creators be going around searching for free content, you know what I'm saying? Royalty-free content. And the thing that I understand about my music is that you don't have to pay for my music. Like, I will go ahead on and allow you to use my music in the background of your videos. If you like my content, of course. I mean, it's up to you. But at the same time, this is for other artists that's out there because you could do the same thing. You could find people that make video content that don't have background music, that could use some music in the background, or the beat makers too. My cousin Andre Hayden, Miles Quincy Martin, y'all, hey, if y'all watch this video, y'all need to know y'all could do this. Especially you, Miles, you right there by LA. You be doing the acting and stuff like that. You should have music in film. You know what I'm saying? But you should be getting paid for your music that's in film. And you could do it the free way, like I'm suggesting, and finding those independents that put out content, and then once their video content is done, you can market and promote it, just like when you do your own music video. But it's just other content, and your music video is the background, not in the foreground. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all do these things and y'all promote the content, you know, I'm not saying tag friends, pay for the promotion, pay for it, marketing and promotion, It's just like putting an ad in a newspaper. You see what I'm saying? You have to pay to put ads in the newspaper. You got to pay to put commercials on television. So pay for the sponsored ads on social media. You know what I'm saying? As those ads and that content creates more views, it will drive up your royalties. You know what I'm saying? It'll drive up your revenue, and then you could get to the path where you could be up here every day making content and not have to worry about going to work. This is your work all of a sudden, but you have to have everything aligned properly. Got to have your paperwork straight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing this without going to get an LLC, without having to go pay for some type of business, whatever. I'm an independent sole proprietor. You know what I'm saying? I did pay for that much. I'm an independent sole proprietor. You know what I'm saying? So everything is solely owned by me and my company. But never know what the future holds, right? So with the mindset of being a publisher and the mindset of wanting to exploit intellectual properties for maximum profit, with the mindset of content is king. Content is king right now. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? Content is really king, because at the end of the day, it's influencing the minds of everyone in society. Everyone that watches anything in entertainment understand that it enters the mentality. You know what I'm saying? So with Wise Guise Entertainment, you know, I want to put wisdom into entertainment under the guise of whatever content that it may fall upon or fall under. You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? It's basically I'm saying what they do to us, we could do to our own people. Basically what I'm saying is, if we want to see better conditions out here, we have to put out the content for our own people. Because our own people are switching from these mainstream media sites and, well, not sites, but television and mainstream other networks, and, you know, coming more so on the independent side and gathering information and finding truth. You know what I'm saying? Though a lot of these people are agents that are putting out content, though a lot of people, you know, aren't speaking the truth, there are some that are. And at the end of the day, it's a war going on. I mean, we came into 2020, and the first, I think it was the third day of the year, they announced something about World War III. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thinking, oh, well, no, that's not true, because we ain't seen no bombs, we ain't seen no troop movement, we ain't seen no, fuck you mean? We done seen the troop movement. All these, we done seen some bombs go off. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna mention those. You know what I'm saying? Certain news is broadcast to the masses to create certain types of feelings of either nostalgia, feelings of, you know, we need to get the force up. So realize we're battling a lot of distractions. And for the truth speakers that's out there, for the content creators that's providing content that removes some of the ills from our society, some of this sexualized nature content that we got going on. I don't even know what to call it. You know what I'm saying? Basically soft porn society that we got going. And it's only for a certain sector of society, if you notice, because not all sectors of society, not all echelons or classes of people are partaking in that nature of society. So, you know what I'm saying, we're battling right now. And if it's destroying your people, your cousins, your aunts and uncles, your mom and dad, your baby sister and brother, even yourself, then you might want to do something about it to change it. Because if that's going to be the mentality moving forward, then realize this. Some people can choose to be slaves and enslaved, and others can choose to free themselves. You can choose to free yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, if you want to free yourself, you got to start with the mind. You gotta speak it into existence. You gotta think it. Then you can act upon it and apply it. You know what I'm saying? Because in the mind is a theory that you could be free. It's a science behind it. It's a philosophy. The philosophy is I can be free. So now I am using this science and applying it and making moves where I free myself because I can be free. I don't need to be freed. I can be free. So since I can be free, how do I do that? And various people go about it various ways. Me, I'm trying to make my way with this intellectual property and stuff like that, you know, on the cool. I've been trying to do it for years. So for me to see certain royalty checks come in for the past couple of years is great excitement. Now I just got to drop the numbers up. So how do I do that? Okay, bam, working on it. Pay for the promotion, pay for the exposure. You know what I'm saying? The more eyes, the more views, the more clicks, the better. Why? Because it's driving the money up. It's driving up the investment, the value of the investment. Now, one thing that I do see in the future is a way that these intellectual properties that we all create independently can be tied to some form of cryptocurrency. They already have the basic attention token, and that's basically, you know, for ads on a certain type of network, you know what I'm saying? It drives up the value of that crypto and stuff like that. So, you know, just finding out how all this works together. You know what I'm saying? Being one individual, one entity, how does all this connect? Because the people that are specialists in their lanes, they only know about their special things. So because of that, we're not gonna down them. We're not gonna speak ill upon them. We're gonna salute them for being specialists because you know about your lane, where I could come to you and have, without a doubt, the sure plan of how to approach that lane that you specialize in. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm speaking with someone that does videos, like I don't really know how to do these videos on a plane, on the same plane as some brother that went to Full Sail or some type of course, or that made this his hobby and turned his hobby into a job. You know what I'm saying? So like what I did with my type video, I'm gonna pay for the service. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm gonna own the content because it's mine. I paid for it. You know? Same thing when I buy the beat. I don't make beats. I go buy those. I get the exclusive or I lease it. And then I distribute the content from there. But I own the content that I release from there. You see what I'm saying? So just learning how to free yourself is the first part of this. Then the second part is just to learn how to apply those steps into your life. Simple. Now, a lot of people are talking about high value and all these other things, or talking about what is that? The prize. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, bro, you're gonna grow with time. Everything takes time. So if you're an independent artist or independent content creator, you looking to create your own film, you're looking to create your own business, you know, just know that everything takes time. You don't start off with the win unless you can pay for it in the beginning. But then you're still pay to play. So what's really authentic? What's really genuine? You know what I'm saying? I feel like the person or the people that have no following, but that speak the truth, that speak the same shit that a person with 1,000 followers or 1,000,000 followers speaks, that's like the realest shit you could ever get, because they speaking their truth with or without anyone listening. Real as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And it helps those other people that are in the same boat, that don't want to admit it, that don't want to come forth, that won't like your video, but they still gonna watch it. Because as we all know, we go through the little Facebook stories and you can see everyone that viewed your story but didn't like it. You can see everyone that viewed your video but didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm on my other page, my business page or my public figure page for on Facebook, I see the views. You know what I'm saying? These are the analytics. I see the stats. I see everyone that liked it, everyone that reacted, everyone that didn't react. I see the demographics, whether male or female, where they live and stuff like that. Excuse me. But that helps me know what type of ads and marketing tactics that are working. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind it. They don't like it, but they view it, they still paying me attention. Basic attention token. That's a wise token. That's why I'm like, word. Whoa, so if they got a basic attention token, there's so much value in intellectual property. Why isn't there some type of crypto that deals with intellectual property? And I think that's gonna come in the future. So I'm trying to align myself with it. With everyone compartmentalizing a lot of the publishing and mechanical rights into the MLC, I think that that's gonna be one of the future options where we can invest in intellectual properties and audio-visual content that's broadcast on these various platforms for attention and for exposure and for entertainment. So I don't know if you see a point in my message, but if you do, you know, I'd like to build with you. I like to change the world and see if we can do something that hasn't been done, because it's a lot of opportunities that's out here. And I'm not saying to get rich. I mean, generational wealth is the main objective. Yes, at the end of the day, it should be. But if you're not planning to have kids, you don't want no kids, it's just you, and you're selfish like that, you don't want to procreate, it's still something that could add to your wallet, that could add to your bag while you enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? You live your life and have fun. That's like, that should be like the main thing out of. At the end of the day, when you go to lay your head down at the end of the day, every day you should be satisfied with the day. You should be satisfied with the life that you've lived that day, and pray that the next day can be just the same, if not even more great. Even more enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should be your aim. And if you do care about your children and things like that, you should make sure that every day is enjoyable for them as well. I mean, ask them what they would like. You know, you gotta speak to them. You gotta ask opinions, ask questions, just like you ask your friends shit, and you trust your friends who don't pay shit in your house, who don't do really nothing for you but just beg you for this and that. Or you might have friends that build you up, but they just build you up. They ain't talking about your kids. They don't see their likes and dislikes and things that they want to be when they grow up. They ain't focused on helping you build towards that, because, like, say if you're a private business owner, you are more in a position to create some type of platform, some type of outlet for your child to grow into the future. You know what I'm saying? For them to be who they want to be when they grow up. So like say if you own a construction business, but your child wants to be in a real estate business, wouldn't you build types of properties and, you know, own certain type of properties, so that way, you know, you can teach your child the ins and outs of real estate directly, and therefore they already have assets to work with where they could begin making money whenever you deem they're of age. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had a house or two right now, my child is old enough to, cause my daughter struggles with math a little bit, so she's old enough now. If this is hypothetically speaking, of course. So she's old enough now to practice. Like, she wants to be a real estate agent. She's very good socially. She just has issues with math. She wants to be a real estate agent when she grows up, right? So with these properties that I own, I go head on and show her like the budget planning and all this and all that and all the financial sheets and all that, so that way she can grow. Because I'm not just gonna take her to go meet and greet people and show the little property and go collect the check. I'm gonna show her how the business works. You see what I'm saying? Because as a business owner that owns a construction company, I should know how these things work. You see what I'm saying? And I think more black people, because we struggle, so I'm just gonna say more black people should be on that type of level. If you're in a position, say if you was a drug dealer, but your child has affinity for games, why not put them in that realm with all the little white kids that be making money playing video games, and go ahead on and let them do them now, early, because they might get off of that by the time they hit 18 and be growing into a whole nother thing that the world didn't even expect that was possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how we get ahead. Like, personally, I don't want to be behind. I don't want to be behind. If I'm neck and neck, that's better than being last place. You feel me? So, I just want y'all to take this into consideration. I want to go ahead on and smoke this, and then I gotta go make money how I make money today. Just want to come to y'all and drop a share. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to go ahead on and share my talking points, drop a share. You know what I'm saying? And shit, more people talking about it. Them content creators that's out there producing the content that I share on my Facebook page, man, you know, I appreciate y'all. That's why I share it. I send super chats to who I send super chats to, but at the same time, you know, I got to build my own thing. And so, you know, the network of people that I'm networking with, I appreciate y'all. Because it's time, man. It's time, 2020. You know, ain't no turning back. We just got to move forward. Anything else I want to add on to this before I cut it out? Nah, y'all be 100 though, you know what I'm saying? If y'all watch this, I appreciate y'all for taking the time to watch this. I know the video ran however long it run. I don't even see it right now because I ain't got my glasses on. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But yeah,